What's going on, guys? I'm Matt Stryker and welcome back to Ree's Retro Toys. On today's adventure, I'm here at my buddy Sasho's house in Ohio, better known as Strashinator on Instagram. If you don't follow him, you have to do so. He posts some incredible items all the time. He's always adding awesome pieces to his collection. We're at his home here today, and I'm going to actually flip the camera around here soon and show you his amazing collection. What do you think, Sasho?
Have fun, enjoy, take a look. Let me know what you like.
Awesome. I know he has an incredible KO, like knockoff action figure selection, some stuff that you hardly ever see in the wild. And of course, a lot of the standard lines, and his number one line, I believe, is Transformers, right? G1?
Yeah, love the Transformers.
And you have all of them, correct?
All G1, all G2.
Wow. So that alone is very impressive. So, all right, so we're gonna flip the camera around and give you the tour. Start here at his Nintendo case. That's also a big part of his collection, right, Sasho?
Yeah, I really was lucky to come across this Nintendo case. A local collector reached out to me and said, hey, he found this, and he had no space, had no room for it, and offered it to me, and I jumped at the opportunity to take it. So I fill it up with anything vintage I can find, and Mario specific mostly, but anything vintage, anything Punch Out, Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong, you name it. And I'm trying to get more and more of those trophies up on top that Matt showed. So those are my goals for 2025 to get more of those.
Okay. How many of these do they make? Do you know?
I think there's 6 or 7 of each of them, and the Punch Out ones are the harder ones to find.
Okay.
So Mario, of course, is the easiest. I would think Mario's the easiest. I see more of the Mario ones. See Zelda, then less Punch Out. But I was lucky enough to grab the Punch Out ones at the Great Ohio Toy Show this past. This past show.
Right. I'm assuming they made a Tyson one. Did they make a Tyson?
I don't think so. I think
really
a Super Punch Out, Piston Honda Piston, I can't remember. And then, well, I think a bald bull. Oh no, I have the bald bull. I can't remember what the other one is, but
okay.
I think there's 6 or 7 for each of them.
I see. I'm just surprised they didn't make a Tyson one, right?
Probably licensing.
Yeah, you have a lot of cool stuff in here. I never, like, we were here just a month ago when we filmed at Toys Time Forgot, and where else did we go? Clifton's store. But I never really actually stopped and took a look at all this stuff. We went right to your room.
Yeah.
Like your little Jeffries in here too.
Yeah, got a lot of the exclusive, like the Toys R Us controllers, the consoles. And then I try to represent each of the consoles from the NES all the way down to the Wii in this case. So I do a little bit of SNES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, and then the Wii.
And you're repping the Mario movie down here.
I got the Mario movie, so I ended up getting those at Toys for the Ages, and then finished out the set for my buddy Tom, Busters in the Universe, on getting the last 2 carded. So gave me a great deal, so couldn't pass it up.
Yeah. It's not a super expensive line to get into, but
it is not.
I think it's starting to creep up a little bit.
So I figured grab it when I can grab it.
Absolutely. And then behind us here, we have one of his new acquisitions, at least this past year, right?
Yeah. So Attorney, I've been waiting to get this put together. Finally got some repo tracks. It's up and running. So this is kind of a work in progress area where I'm gonna have Eternia and all my He-Man figures and vehicles displayed, and then looking also have Rambo in this area as well too, because I do have the Savage Strike headquarters, and then down below all the vehicles. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of moving things around. So
Right.
a lot of these things are just going to be displayed either here or in other parts of my collection.
Mm-hmm. And you just got him too.
Just got Rodan the other day, great deal from a local collector. Same thing with Arco Castle
Mhm.
a few weeks ago, local collector. So
What's that
very-
called? Castle Zendo?
Zendo, yep.
Yeah. It's awesome.
So we're excited for those 2 editions.
Cool Horde poster back there.
Yep, an acquisition from D&E, another great store in Pittsburgh.
Love D&E. You just got the Strike headquarters at Toypalooza.
Yep, that was from D&E as well.
Yeah. Sasha was explaining he's going to put another table right around here and actually display that headquarters, which will be awesome. Then over here is I'm not going to film every single row here, but this is his amazing video game collection. Absolutely incredible. You got the Christmas tree up.
Yeah, I got the game tree up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got gaming ornaments on here.
So I put that together with my little one, so he loves it and loves pressing all the controllers and making the noise for a lot of the ornaments. So, but yeah, I've kind of kept a lot of the consoles that I like, that I enjoy, the games that I like, that I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a much larger collection, but pared it down over the last few years just because of space and just wanting to keep what I truly wanted to keep.
Right.
And things that I enjoyed and things that I remember playing and would like to play again. Versus, you know, just to have it just because it's popular or it's an expensive game. That doesn't entice me. I'd rather have a game that it's fun, enjoyable, and I can play
Yeah.
and have fun with that.
Yep. And it's the same thing with toy collecting, you know. Not everybody wants a G.I. Joe aircraft carrier.
So I did have expensive games, and then I, you know, sold them off and added to the collection things that I wanted.
Right. Well, that's cool. I don't think I've ever seen the PVC Ghost before.
There's more to that line. We just haven't grabbed them.
Sonic over here. I remember when that Genesis came out, it was big news.
Yeah, we had the Super Nintendo, and the neighbors had the Genesis, and we were always back and forth with each other to our houses and playing those games. So it was a good time growing up back then.
Oh my, yeah. My first system was a Nintendo, and then I had to buy. We sold the Nintendo to get a Genesis, and then we eventually, I think I sold the Genesis to get a Super Nintendo,
Yeah.
and then I eventually got a PlayStation. And that was where I stopped.
Yeah.
Mario figure. That's vintage, isn't it?
Mario, yeah. No hat, very common, so definitely looking for a hat. I can always buy one with a hat, but as you know, you wanna hunt for it.
Oh, you do.
You want to look for it, so
You
that's
do.
what I'm trying to do.
I got the Transformers poster here. Very cool. Is that a vintage one?
No, more modern print
Modern.
poster.
Yeah.
Just shows kind of some of the characters there.
Mm-hmm. And then now we're going to enter into the toy lair. We have a couple other stragglers in here. You guys know Chad?
Yeah, speak for yourself. I have a flag and I want a flag.
And then there is Mr. Hunter here, one of our very good friends who also works at D&E.
Shop at D&E.
And so there's a lot to take in here. A lot to take in. I'll try to do a pretty decent sweep of the whole room here. So I'm going to start here at the top of the middle shelves here. So what do we have here, Sasho?
We got some Defenders of the Planet. We got some Warrior Beasts. We got some Sun Gold monsters. Still working on finishing up those Defenders of the Planets. I think I have a lead on the last two that I need.
Okay.
And the warrior beasts are pretty much done, minus the one variant for, I believe, this guy right here, and then of course the rider, which is pretty much a difficult one to find.
And that variant is just that he has like a yellow chest,
Yellow
right?
chest, yeah. That's all the difference is there.
This one here, Zardis.
Then I have some of those Ninja Commandos, so I'm kind of working on those as well too. One that kind of looked like Lino on the front there, orange guy. So that's a pretty cool line. A lot of different variants on that one. Visible Warriors, Visible Super Warriors, or something like that. That's another one, but got some Sun Gold Monsters.
Yeah, I like these Sun Gold Monsters. They're neat.
Gotta try to get one more. The Hunchback is the last one I need for the set.
And then these are what, Two Faces Devil, right?
Two-Faced Devil, yeah. So found one at Great Ohio Toy Show, and after that, I just had to have them all. So
Yeah.
searched for all of them, found them all. No weapons, but still they display very well and look very well.
Oh, they're great. The colors on them and the fact, yeah, I mean, you can spin their heads around and they have like a human head on the back. And then the monster face. So I think that's M.A.S.K. I think.
Yeah. They make a variety of different ones. So there's some other ones that I also would like to have, but again, in due time.
Mm-hmm.
Then the ones I really, really love are the Skull Force or the Underworld Warriors, the ones that are the skeleton,
Yeah.
the witch, and all the weird looking ones.
It's
So
amazing.
lucky to get those all in one set. The local collector, local friend, informed me how to get those, and made the opportunity, and ended up purchasing all of them.
That's such a
All one fell
great.
swoop.
I would love to find that lot. I would love to find these. Goes well with the Halloween stuff.
So as soon as they go up on eBay, they're pretty much gone. So you got to be really, really quick to grab any of those. And again, those weapons are tough to find too.
Right, right. So it was good you just bought them off a collector that had them all complete. And these are what, knockoff Dino Saucers?
Knockoff Dino Saucers, yeah. I'd have never afford the original ones, so why not?
Yeah.
Plus, I think they look very cool.
They do, yeah.
They display very well.
I think Clifton had some of these, I think,
did.
when we were there last time.
Yeah. And they make different sets of those as well too.
Try to bend down here. And the glass case, some Battle Beasts.
All 3 Battle Beast play sets.
The Carrier play sets. Visionaries.
3 out of the 4 there. So the last one that's missing is the hardest one, Dagger Assault.
Mm-hmm.
We have the figure there that's complete and ready to go.
There he is.
For his ride, just need to find the ride.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And Sectaurs. One of my favorite lines.
Nice complete set. Took a while, especially with the wings.
Yeah, those wings are so hard to find. Unbroken.
Yeah, for the companions, they have two. I think 2 of them have wings, and those are hard to find. So.
Yeah, so I need to find that Parafly eventually. That came with Night Fighting Dargon. Yeah, you almost found me one.
Almost found one, and I just picked it up. It was broken, so.
You warned him too. You got cops vehicles.
Got the cops vehicles and the figures that go with them. So I don't have all the cops vehicles. The smaller ones I don't have. I just bought the ones that have the vehicle that have the figures that are associated with them.
Mm-hmm. Nice and clean too.
So
Like nice and white. A lot of times that yellows.
that helicopter was the hardest one to find.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Thundercat has to be down there. I just don't have space. But
Sure.
it's an iconic vehicle. I would love to display it much better, but it is what it is, and at least I know I have it in my collection. That was one that I was searching for quite a while, especially with the treads in good shape. And was lucky to find a vendor at Toy Hall that had one and got a great price on it.
Yeah. Nice shape. Sasho bought my Computer Warriors playset. Right here.
So that was a good addition there.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe you can set that up on that other table.
I could possibly, yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay focused here. I'll swing around. Oh wait. So over here we have the hive. I think it's only what you said. It's missing like one accessory or
I
something.
was missing one ladder. I had to go on eBay and buy the one ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, and it was the easiest and cheapest accessory, so I got lucky on that one.
So awesome.
So now it's 100% complete.
And these are rocks and bugs and things, I believe.
Yeah, rocks, bugs, and things, and then a Black Star Demon. Just kind of hanging out there for now.
Very cool. You just bought this Monster in My Pocket set. At least you just posted it not too long ago.
Yeah, it was not too long ago.
And we have up here what we got. Captain Power.
Captain Power, some Monster Force.
Yeah, the Monster Force is pretty cool. A 90s line, but it's a pretty cool line.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what, Bucky O'Hare.
Bucky O'Hare, got all the figures there.
Wow.
It's an Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim. Yeah, I don't have any of these lines, I don't think. So this is like what, early 90s, early mid 90s, something like that.
I got the Earthworm Jim because it's, you know, video game associated, so
Yeah.
why not?
And here's his toy chest here in front of these two cases. My Pet Monster, Monster Balls, and then the Grim Reaper from Bill and Ted. This is a Motu toy chest here. And right below it here is the his display box of My Crazy Bouncers. Of course, these are knockoff Mad Balls that all of us Mad Ball collectors go after now. They're just so freaking awesome. Then in the case below here, we have Starcom.
Yeah, once you get the Starcom bug, you pretty much got to get them all.
Yeah.
It's just a very underrated, but very cool line.
I know it's one of Chad's favorite lines too.
And there's the European exclusives that are very difficult to find.
Mm-hmm.
I maybe have a few of those, but they're also Canadian exclusives, so they're easy to find. But if there's some that are just European exclusive only, those are the difficult ones. I don't have any of those, unfortunately.
Okay. Again, they're all nice and pretty white too. The magnets. Always with the magnets. We venture down here on the bottom shelf here into M.A.S.K. Another great line.
Yeah, I love M.A.S.K. I know they're talking about resurrecting it, and I kind of hope they do. Bring awareness to the line. I think it's a very cool line.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the older ones are very delicate. A lot of these vehicles are delicate, so I don't play with them too often. Don't mess around with them too often.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't want to break things.
A lot of them have those tiny little missiles that are often missing.
Yeah, or the spoiler for things that break, and
the Goliath back there. Full set of these are squirters, right?
Squirter heads.
Water squirters. Very cool. Now, where should we go next, Sasho?
we could start
Right here?
and go all the way around.
All right, that sounds good. Oh, well, down here we have Monster Box. And then we have Steel Monsters. Another great line, overlooked line. Mad Max style. Crystar. Some Muscle Men. The Castle of Lions behind them.
Some of my favorite muscle men.
These are some of your favorites.
Yeah, the Claw's definitely my favorite one. Of course, you got to put Satan's Cross up there. It's,
Mhm.
You know, everybody wants that one. So I am trying to get all the colors of the Claw if possible, but we'll see.
They make them all in the what they made red too, right?
Yeah, I think there's 5 or 6 different colors.
Okay. Carded Crystar back here. Very cool. Now what's this shelf?
Those are the Transformer, the Micromasters.
Micromasters.
So their gimmick was they're the only Micromasters that transform. So they were trying to fight and compete with the other brands that were the micro machines.
Okay.
So these were the Transformers version of the Micro Machines, and they transform, and they had some of them came in groups of 4, some of them came in carriers, some of them came in with little display sets. So and some came with vehicles and so forth. So it was a pretty extensive line, I would think. There's quite a bit, as you can see.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting, like neon colors too in some of these.
Late 80s, so it's getting closer to that 90s.
Yeah, yeah. The early 90s went all neon.
Yeah.
And is this the same?
Same thing, Micromasters.
Micromasters.
And then some of them with the play sets and the carriers behind them as well too. Surprisingly, they all have their own name. I have no clue what they are. Just because you could ask me about the old ones, what their names are, I can tell you, but all these Micromasters and nope, can't do that.
Right. Wow. I had no idea they even made this many. Wow. We have
Then the larger play sets for the
Okay.
Micromasters are there.
What is the G1 run? Like the years? Do you know?
Not off the top of my head.
Like 83 or 84 to 92 or something
Yeah,
like that?
probably be early 90s.
And this is what?
Those are the Action Masters. So
Action
once they're done with
Masters.
the Micromasters, they move to Action Masters. They were running out of ideas at the time, and it was basically they no longer transformed. They were just the figures, and they had accessories and some weapons, and the accessories are what transformed.
Okay.
So they either were riding on, which was weird because it always said you had Starscream, which was a plane, but he's riding a plane. So a Prowl, which is a car, but he's riding a motorcycle. So just something new, I guess, that Hasbro tried, and they're very cool. People either love them or hate them. I hated them. I learned to love them. So I think they're very cool. I wish they had more. There is the European exclusive ones that I would love to have, but very costly. So they have a lot of the different other characters that we know of in G1s, like such as Sideswipe and a few others that are just very difficult to get here in the United States.
Nice. Wow. Tons of muscle.
So I represented both the color and the flesh. I have a complete set of the flesh and the color, as many as you can get. You really can't get a full set because some of them only had one color, flesh. So they're already in the flesh color set. So
And this is the massive case. Two cases of
2 cases full.
G1s.
G1s, yep.
Wow. And these are the pretenders
Those are
now.
the Pretenders down below.
I think they're gaining a little momentum lately.
Yeah, Pretenders, Ultra Pretenders, Mega Pretenders.
Yeah, I think more people are starting to appreciate that line. than they did. Because all of these, they're like a shell, right? It's kind of a figure shell, and then inside they have a transformer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then some have three, so it'd be a shell, then like a plane or something, then a robot within the plane. So there's like three within one. So it just depends. You got the headmasters and the target masters, where the guns were the actual robots.
Okay. These are the standard figures up here.
Yeah, those are kind of like the introduction of the movie one, so I kind of put them all together there with Rod and Rodimus and Ultramagus and so forth. And
like Blur and...
Yep. Anyone that was introduced in the movie, I kind of put them in there, and then kind of associated the target masters together, and then the headmasters together, and so forth. Combiners, Dinobots.
Wow. How long have you been collecting the Transformer line?
I had them as a kid. Unfortunately, I don't have any from my childhood. Big Optimus, Omega Supreme, and Jetfire are the last three that I had from my childhood, and I have no idea what happened to them. I recovered a lot of things from my parents' house, but those are not there. So I would say I started back into them right after high school.
Okay.
So I would say the mid 90s, I started collecting a lot of them, and then life happens. Girlfriends, married, kids, this and that. But once it started getting into robots in disguise, once they got away from the Beast Wars, it kind of triggered me to get back into them and started collecting them more, and then just getting them slowly. And as you can tell, there's quite a bit, and each one of them have a lot of weapons.
Yeah, and these are all nice shape, complete.
And they're not. And a lot of the Autobots have like 3 or 4 weapons. You can't display them all, so you just display whatever you can with them. But I have all the weapons and everything. I've neatly organized in a little bin, so I know exactly where they're at. But Trax was one of my favorites growing up.
Okay.
I loved Trax. I had him and Skids, both of them, so I kind of put him center because I had them as I was growing up, and they were one of my 2 favorites, and of course all the Dinobots.
Yeah, everybody's favorites, right?
So I had the Dinobots.
Love the Dinobots.
I think the neighborhood kid got him first, and everybody was jealous. And then one day, I think we all ended up taking one from him, and his mom found out and told him we have to return him. And after that, it just kind of triggered for us to want to buy them our own, or get mom to buy our own Dinobots.
Right.
So
right.
He told us we can have them, so we took them. But his mom found out, and his mom said, "Nope, you got to give them back." So then these are all the original 85 run of Transformers when the cartoon came out.
This is when Bumblebee was just a tiny little Volkswagen.
Yeah. Then of course they have variants. They have like the red Bumblebee, the yellow Bumblebee, the red Cliff Jumper, the yellow Cliff Jumper, Huffer, and then Bumble Jumper, which is a combination between Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper. And then of course Optimus is my all-time favorite toy.
Yeah.
I was going through pictures, and I found a picture of me holding Optimus when I got for Christmas, so I will definitely have to show that eventually soon. But I love that toy.
Yeah.
I love growing up playing with that toy, and not even a version of it. Of course, Megatron, the counterpart.
Doesn't get much more iconic than Megatron and Optimus.
We will never see him again in a gun form.
No. Nope. What is that again? A Walther.
Yeah, well, P-38. So you got some great ones back there, like Devastator and Shockwave and Soundwave. A lot of waves, but very great. All the cassettes. The cassettes were fantastic.
Oh my, yes. Soundwave was always one of my favorites.
I think everybody loved him, his voice, and his demeanor and
just the fact that he was a cassette recorder.
yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
So up above, there's a lot of newer ones, but early 2000s, like Robots in Disguise, but there's a lot of G1s. So I mixed up a few of them that are kind of paying homage to the G1s, like repaints of them, of Optimus and Megatron, which that's just the black ones there, Scourge.
Mm-hmm.
And then those are the tiny mailaways that came in with some of the, not mailaways, the pack-ins that came in with the smaller Transformers.
Oh, okay, okay.
So there's a set of each of them.
Oh yeah, there's the white ones.
White ones and the blue ones are over here.
Wow.
Fortress Maximus.
Yep. And these are
Change Robos.
Change Robos.
Yep. So I just started acquiring them this year. There's 4 of them. I think there's a 5th one, a larger one. I've seen pictures of it, but I don't know if it truly exists or not. But there's the Skull, Dracula, Frankenstein, and King Kong.
Okay. Now, were they released in America or
I
are
don't
they
believe
European?
so. I think they're Japanese.
Oh, they're Japanese. Okay. Very cool.
Like I said, I never knew they existed until you started seeing them online. You know, Chris VHS Crypt was selling a bunch of them. I'm like, I gotta have one. So that kind of started the process.
Yeah, you got the vampire first, I think, or did you get Skull?
The Skull first.
Okay.
I did the vampire, then Frankenstein was a difficult one, and was able to get it from a seller on Instagram.
And, oh, okay. Over here, you have the Steel Monster figures.
Figures are there, -1.
And then,
And Transformers, of course, had to get into the muscle group as well too. So they had their own little decoys, they called them.
Mhm.
So there's the Decepticons and the Autobots, and that's a full set of each of them.
Nice.
And, the Decepticons also came in red, but they're very rare. Only have like 2 or 3 of them. So definitely would like to get them all, but I know that I already have the purple Decepticons as a complete set. I'm happy with them.
yeah, that looks great.
So those were also pack in with the smaller Autobots and Decepticons you got later on down in the line.
You have all sorts of books.
Bunch of books.
Very
tapes.
cool display rack here.
Anytime I can pick them up at shows or at stores for a good price, I try to grab them.
Yeah, I like that rack. That's perfect for them. There's stuff back here real quick. We have the Superpowers poster. Sasha and I just got that at Toys for the Ages, right?
Yep.
The seller had 2 of them, so we each grabbed one. Jason the Wheeled Warriors poster. Looks awesome. And then Masters of the Universe. That's what, Beast Walker? Is that what it's called? Dragon Walker? I don't know, something like that.
Dragon Walker.
Dragon Walker, yeah.
I think that's the Kellogg's Mailway poster.
Okay. Humanoids. Here's more of the knockoffs. These are basically knockoff Sectaurs, Lord of Insects. And you got these at Renegade, right?
I did.
I've done a video on Renegade. You guys haven't seen that one yet. And then a SWAT cat up here.
Dark Cat, tough one to find.
On the card.
So I couldn't find one, and I found one on a card for a good price, and pretty much the price of a loose one, and snagged it up.
Nice. Oh, looks like you're getting into GoBots here.
Got a few. Got a few. Got the main ones. Got the main ones from the cartoon, and he's pretty cool. So I had to have him.
Monstrous.
Yeah, Monstrous was a good one.
Psykill. Oh, you have the power suits back here too.
Yeah, the power suits are back there. Those are cool, I think.
Power suit combiners.
Then I had to have a Unicron, and I think that's probably the best represented one, minus the new one that's out there that has lab one, but that's just so massive.
What are these dudes right here?
Those are like the gyrobots. They have like a little ripcord. You put them in there and rip them, and they just spin around.
Oh, okay.
A couple of Soma ninjas and Soma karate fighters there. So Soma did a lot of good knockoffs.
Again, you know, kind of capitalizing on muscle men, right? Yep. Everyone started making these tiny little PVC figures. More Transformers.
Yep. Some of the robots in disguise, and then also the sheet wars were over here, but a couple of the combiners there. Mini combiners, like Devastator and Defensor and Superion.
It's neat. Centurions. Along with, what are these?
Those are... I'm drawing a blank now.
Yeah. That's all right.
Converters, select converters.
Okay.
So we're part of the select converter group, along with that guy that's up above. So I wanted to get the planes.
This guy?
Yeah. Wanted to grab the planes, and I thought they were pretty cool. Found them at an antique mall, and they were all complete. Really good price, and I'm like, why not? Let's grab them.
And these are like basically knockoff Transformers, right?
Yes, yes.
Select converters.
Yep.
Nice set of Centurions here.
So you got the main ones in there with a few of the...
Doc Terror.
Yep. Fewer sets. Try to fit as many as you can in the detail.
Well, they take up a lot of space.
Yeah, they do.
The Centurion, when you put the weapon systems on them.
So about the weapon systems, and I'm like, well, I gotta have a figure with the weapon systems.
Exactly.
You have to start hunting for the figures too, and get extra figures. So.
Yep.
So I was lucky enough to find the figures pretty reasonable at stores and shops, and at shows and so forth.
And it seems like Jake had like the most, didn't he?
It was actually, I think he only had 2. Yeah, he had 2.
Well, this
guy,
one.
Yeah, he had the most.
Yeah, that's Jake.
Jake
right?
Rockwell.
Jake Rockwell. Yeah.
Max had the second most, I believe. He had 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the Seabat, and the 2 below. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Got a touchdown terror over here. Burger King monsters. Inhumanoids, one of my personal favorites. How can you not love the giant Inhumanoids monsters? Like, it's just...
If you collect anything, you gotta get the monsters at least.
Yeah. So awesome. And this is the long tooth version.
Yeah, it is.
Is that poster back there, like a display?
That's part of the back of the box from Decompose.
Okay.
The box was pretty much roached. I was able to save the back of the box for it, so I just kind of put it back there as a display.
I see. We got Battle Beast up here in the front, along with his Cops and Crooks collection.
That'll be kind of scattered all over.
Oh, okay.
That and the laser beasts. So.
Bulletproof is such a rad figure. Do not have him. Louis the Plumber, he's kind of a harder one to find.
Always got a broken arm.
Yes. I remember D&E had one in the package with a broken arm.
Yeah.
Rambo. You got the heavy hitters up front here.
Yep.
Series 2. Dr. Hyde, I still need to get a Dr. Hyde. Chief. You think you'll move the figures out there with the headquarters?
I'll probably move the figures to the headquarters, yeah. And then they'll just put something else in its place right there. I got them working on the set of the Karate Commandos, Chuck Norris Karate Commandos, so maybe I'll throw those in there just
Okay.
to replace them.
Yeah, yeah. We got more Inhumanoids up here. The Tree Men and... What is it? What are their names? I know one is what, Magnacore?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters. Later series Ghostbusters. You have Ectoglow ones?
Ectoglow did not have. Those are tough.
Oh my,
I don't know if I'll ever grab those. I think the price is just too much for them right now.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they'll ever do like a re-release like they did with all the other ones in this. If that'll lower the price at all, or
I would probably go after re-release Ectoglows.
that'll probably stink for the folks that have the original ones if it does lower the value, but for some of those that maybe want the original ones like us, it's a positive thing.
Yeah. Some accessories. Ghostbusters vehicles. Ecto. Of course, gotta have an Ecto one. Complete.
I think I have all the vehicles minus the Ecto 1A, which is just the same thing as the Ecto 1, I think.
Different stickers.
Just different stickers.
That's it. I'll try to film this as best as I can. We got Starriers here. Command Center, what is it? Command Center or Base, or I forget what it's called.
It's one of those things where you start collecting it, you know the names for everything, and then when you're done with the line and you have it for a while, it goes out of memory.
Yes.
Or you don't know, hey, what? Somebody will ask you, what does it cost for this? I don't know, I already have it.
Right. And I may have had it for 10 years.
Yeah, so I don't know what the value is now. I'll try to help you out. I'll try to go on eBay and see what sold prices are, but off the top of my head, I don't know. So I'm trying to throw all the ghosts on one shelf.
That's
there.
it. This is a good looking shelf. The colors just pop. I think it's smart too to use like the black cases. I think the colors pop more rather than the white ones.
I'd love to get some more lighting in there. Again, that's more of a project down the road, but trying to get an idea of what's the best way to do that.
Right.
Whether it be wired or wireless or whatever the case may be. But it serves its purpose for now.
You got the acrylic risers in here. That obviously helps out a lot. A lot of everybody's favorite line here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Playmates Toys, 1988 to 97, I believe.
So trying to keep all the groups together, like the military ones together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a complete Delta Dawn back there. That's not an easy feat. All of his camo bush disguise.
I'm definitely a completionist. So I want to try to get as much as possible and complete. And I would say probably 95% of the stuff in this room is complete, whether it's displayed or not. But there's a few items I still need that I know in my head that they're not complete. So I'll eventually, want to get them and look for them. But someone that comes in and takes a look at it, they wouldn't know the difference.
Right. I think it's cool you even have all of the Ooze, Turtles, and Splinter.
Yep.
Hard to find.
For the longest time, I didn't know that each one of those were numbered.
Yeah, they're numbered. Right.
So I had to check to see if mine were, and unfortunately they weren't. It was like 1, 2, 2, and 4, so I needed a 3. And
Oh.
sure enough, I was talking to Clifton one time and told him about it. He went in the back, got me a number 3.
It's always good to have good shop owners like that. Clifton is the owner of Happy Pappies, which we were just at the beginning of December. You saw my video and you saw my buddy Ron's video as well, Sentry. And of course, these are the ectoplasm ghosts, right?
Yes. So trying to get all those in different colors just to make them pop a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Those are getting pricey too.
Are they
They're
really?
like 20, 30 bucks a piece
Wow. I had this one,
for something so small.
the skull. It's like a goat demon skull looking thing. I had the blue ectoplasm when I was a kid. Of course, the firehouse. Another iconic playset of the 80s. One that I did not have as a child, but I have now. Which sparks many of us wanting to be toy collectors. There's a
Pretty good place in there.
oh my, it's a great one. Got the gang there in front of the tank. Storage shell turtles with April on top of the party wagon. And then looks like the head dropping turtles back there. Very cool. There's a Mesa. What is that, a light switch cover?
Light switch. Nightlight.
Nightlight.
Yeah.